So, after talking to one of another TikTokers here on TikTok, and that person made me come to the realizations that we as people always want to be right about everything. So, in so doing so, we are also sinning, trying to force our views on other people or force our uh, acknowledgement of something that we've came to acknowledge on them, when in return makes us wrong trying to push our views on them. So I wanted to say that I'm thankful that I was corrected today, because even in one lesson you learn another lesson. So the lesson today is to stop always trying to be right or wanting to be right, because in doing so you lose that person as well.
That video was what inspired me to make this video today. And that is because I realized that there is a growing number of people coming to my channel and channels like mine in search of some form of guidance or words to define concepts that they're now acknowledging in their experience. And I wanted to make this video today to ensure there's no hypocrisy perceived in what I preach. What I mean by that is my intention for this channel is for people to view the content I post for their concepts and not for their content. And what I mean by that is I hope for people to view my videos in terms of the concept of what they offer and not the words they use to describe that concept. Something that really helps me with that is remembering that words hold no true meaning. Remembering that words are agreed upon sounds to describe concepts, experiences, or objects, which leans into my belief that there is no true right and no true wrong. People will perceive what they believe based off of their own experiences and context. I will go into a more relevant example later into the video, but first I'd like to explain this concept in a more simple form. So imagine you have an ant and a human in a room, and in this scenario, the ant can speak. Now, a human baby is placed in between them, and both are asked to describe what they see. The human writes, "It's a cute, small little baby," and the ant writes, "It's a large, terrifying predator." Both beings are on the same plane of existence, in the same room, yet they perceive two completely different things. Now, this supports the notion that reality isn't what exists, but is what is perceived. Both the ant and the human are correct in their descriptions of what they're perceiving, yet they're completely different. So in that sense, with neither being right or wrong, you can say there are two completely different realities existing in the same moment. Now, with this concept being pretty easy to conceptualize, explained in simple terms, I find that many people struggle to take that concept and apply it to other aspects of their life. Many people can see how an ant and a human can experience completely different realities, but then can't take that concept and apply it to different realities between your friend or your family or anything for that matter. Another example I like to use is with this. Many of us see this and say, this is a phone, a cellular device, but what if I say no, this is a window? Many people would correct me, they would say, I'm wrong, I'm lying, that's not the truth, that's not reality. But is it? And that's a concept I feel that people also struggle to implement into their lives because we're so used to words having meaning and them being important and being punished for not using the correct word or the correct meaning. So what I'm getting at through all of this is that I hope that you will take my content and the words within it very lightly and apply your own definitions to the concepts that you acquire through it. I hope that you would do that with anybody else you seek guidance from as well. I say this because I fear that many of us will be stuck in this constant loop of trying to prove our perceptions as correct and convince people of how we describe our realities. I encourage you to try to find that validation within yourself for your reality, and I encourage you to find that validation within yourself and not feel the need to prove your reality and your own truth to other people, because you are the only one with the ability to experience reality exactly as you do. Which brings me back to the original intention of this video, which was to encourage you to take my content for the concepts that they describe and not the words they use to describe them. My goal of this channel isn't to prove that there is a correct or an incorrect or a right and a wrong, a truth or a fake, but it is to open minds to the fact that maybe those things don't need to exist at all. My intent for this channel is to encourage free will that will hopefully be used to create a world of love, compassion, and understanding for each of our unique perspectives. I seek to allow people to love and understand themselves more and find validation within themselves for what they experience. And I hope that if you're looking towards me or anybody like me for any form of guidance, that you will take the concepts that they describe and remember that you can replace any of the words they use with your own. So if I post a video that has a reference to God, you can remember that God is a concept. Behind every word there is a concept. So you can replace that word with universe, source, energy, higher power, anything, yourself if you want to, because I do believe that at the end of the day, everybody is an eternal energy and part of this universe. I'm not going to go too far into my own personal beliefs because I feel that I can do that later down the line because this is my first video. So I guess to wrap things up, I'd just like to say, remember not to get too wrapped up in correcting people and proving that your perception is more correct than another's, because your eyes are unique, your experiences are unique, and your person is unique, and no one is ever going to be as unique as you are and see the things that you see. And I really find beauty in that, how we can all perceive things so differently yet still be on the same plane of existence. So I encourage you to please save your energy and try not to get into many arguments about perspective and truth, because if you're anything like me, arguments can be very draining, and I don't wish that on anybody. Another thing that this concept ties heavily into is things like religion, how each religion sees their practice as the correct practice, but then they're all experiencing the correctness of their own practice. So what I hope to encourage is that you have so much confidence within your own belief that you don't need the validation of other people believing in your belief to feel as though it's true, because it is true, it's true to you. And when you're going about labeling things, remember that your labels are based off of your own context and own experiences from your own life. So yeah, embrace your own perception. I think that's all I wanted to share in this video. I originally wasn't going to expose my identity on this channel because I didn't want people to judge me by my race or age or appearance or any labels like that people are going to identify me as, whether I'd like them to or not. But I hope that you will judge me based off of the content I have to offer and not based off of assumptions you make about me. And thank you for the kind comments I get on the videos, because it really does encourage me to make more, because I wasn't sure if anybody was actually enjoying them or not, but I'm glad that some people are. As for myself, I know there were people in the past who wanted to know more about me. I don't know if that still holds true, but feel free to leave any questions that you have, and I will answer as honestly as I can. But you don't have to, no pressure. I'll probably post a video like this once a week or every 2 weeks, I don't know. When I feel passionate about something, I'm not sure, but yeah, bye.